Hi everyone. In this series of Chapter 21 study guide videos, we'll prepare a statement of cash flows using both the direct and indirect methods. Please do two things before you watch these study guide videos. First, please download the Excel workbook for Success Systems so you can work along with the videos as we do the necessary calculations and prepare the statements of cash flows. Second, please be sure to read Chapter 21 thoroughly and study the illustrations included in the chapter. You will need detailed information about the statements of cash flows, and these videos will present only the chapter highlights. As always, you will get the most out of these study guide videos if, throughout the videos, you will pause the video long enough to work calculations and/or prepare sections of statements of cash flows. Then start the video again to check your work. If you got it right, you'll feel great. If you didn't get it right, that's okay for now. Now is the time to understand your mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes on the upcoming exam. There will be a detailed explanation so that you can understand and fix your errors as you work along with the videos. You should already have a pretty good understanding of the statement of cash flows, as this topic was studied in Accounting 301 and Accounting 103, both of which are requirements for this class. Accordingly, we will not cover each and every nuance involved in the preparation of the statement of cash flows. In these videos, we will cover the calculations necessary to determine cash inflows and outflows to be included in the operating activities section of a statement of cash flows prepared under the direct method. You will also have an opportunity to practice preparing a complete statement of cash flows under the direct and indirect methods. So let's get started. In the first tab of the workbook that you have been provided are the financial statements for Success Systems. You are given comparative balance sheets for the year ended December 31st, as of December 31st, 20X1, and as of December 31st, 20X2. I have calculated the change in the balance sheet accounts for you. That's this change column. You're also given the income statement for Success Systems for the year ended December 31st, X2, and you are also given additional information. This additional information is included underneath the financial statements I just showed you. You probably remember that statements prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles always follow the accrual basis of accounting. Under the accrual basis of accounting, we recognize revenue regardless of whether cash for that revenue has been received or not. We always recognize the revenue that was earned in that period of time. We also recognize expenses incurred in that period of time, regardless of whether cash was used to pay for those expenses or not. So the numbers on the income statement do not represent cash inflows and cash outflows. In the operating activities section of a statement of cash flows prepared under the direct method, we need to show cash inflows from customers and cash outflows for various expenses. That means that we need to convert these accrual basis numbers to cash basis numbers, and that involves quite a bit of calculation. As you probably remember from your previous study of the statement of cash flows. Depreciation expense is a non-cash expense. We never will pay cash for depreciation expense. Same is true, by the way, of depletion expense and amortization expense. They're simply non-cash expenses. So in a statement of cash flows prepared under the direct method, you will never see the words depreciation expense, amortization expense, depletion expense. They are just simply excluded from the operating activities section of the statement of cash flows under the direct method. However, we do want to present cash inflows and outflows from all of the other numbers in our income statement. And in order to facilitate those calculations, the next tab in this worksheet is Direct Cash Flows Questions. I'm going to click on it and open that tab in this worksheet. Question number 1 on this worksheet is, for Success Systems, please state how much cash was received or paid for operating activities during the year ended December 31st, 20X2. How much cash was received from customers, and how much cash was paid for inventory, wages, insurance, rent, supplies, advertising, mileage, and repairs. Those categories of expenses were taken directly from the income statement for Success Systems. These expenses, excluding depreciation expense, are the questions that are asked of you in the second tab. We will do the calculations for converting the accrual basis revenue to cash basis revenue and converting the accrual basis expenses to cash basis expenses in the next video. So that's all for this video. Come back and work with me in the next video soon. See you next time.